Maybe about 18 years ago, I bought this house, and I kept getting these insane water bills. The water bills were just insane. Like, why are these water bills so crazy? I'm a single man living in this house. Anyway, my neighbor told me I needed to dig a well. So I called this guy over to come, an engineer. He comes out, and we're walking the yard, and he's putting out all of these orange flags as to all these places he thinks that we could find water. As he's digging one, I said, okay, go ahead. So as he starts digging this one well, didn't hit anything. So then he goes on to the next one. Little flag, he's digging, never hits water. He goes to the next one, never hits water, and I keep having to pay these bills, and I got so frustrated, I said, never mind, I'll just keep paying the water bill because I'm not gonna do this. A few months passed, I still get these crazy water bills, so what I decided to do was call him back. So he comes back out, I said, you dig right here, this well, and you dig and you don't stop until you hit water. So he starts digging. He gets down to about 800 feet, he said, we haven't hit water, this is pretty deep. I said, you keep going. Gets down a little deeper, still has not hit water. I'm like, you keep going, you keep going. He said, okay, we're gonna take the night off. We're over 1,000 feet deep, we'll be back in the morning. That night I thought about it, I said, you know what, I'm just wasting money, I'm not gonna do it. As soon as he gets in the morning, I'm gonna tell him to stop digging. That morning he comes out, he starts the machine, I'm on my way down to him, the machine starts. He was 4 inches away from the water that I needed. Why am I telling you all this? Why am I talking about digging for water? In this world, we're all digging wells. In our lives, we're digging wells. We're digging wells in relationships where we put all this time and effort and energy, and sometimes it doesn't give us what we need. We put all our time and effort and energy in our dreams and our business, and it doesn't give us what we need or what we were after. But if you just keep digging, my God, if you could just hear me right now, just keep digging. You may be 4 inches away from every gift and every blessing that you've ever wanted in your life. Had I given up, when I was homeless, when I was sleeping in my car, when I was hungry, had I given up, these people that you see on this screen right now would not be a part of my dream. There are people who are tied into your dream and your destiny, and you are worthy of getting to your goal. Keep digging. Don't stop.
When I first started telling jokes, I made $25 a night. The first year in comedy, I made $3,000. The third year, I made about $7,200. I became homeless. I lived in a car for 3 years because I wasn't making enough money. But guess what? I kept telling them $25 jokes till they started paying me $250 a night. I kept telling them $25,000 jokes till they started paying me $75,000 a night. Them the same $25 jokes. They ain't nothing but English. I just kept repetition over and over and over, and keep praying about it. I kept praying about it. I kept leaning on my mama. She said, he didn't bring you this far to leave you. You know, I could have gave up a long time ago. I just kept fighting. God is gonna come through and do what he say he gonna do, but it all happens at an appointed time. But you have to stay in faith for the appointed time to happen for you. I've been wanting to be on TV since I was 10 years old. You know how old I was before I got on TV? 38. 28 years after I wrote it on the paper. I won't be on TV. It took me 28 years to get on TV. But it happened at an appointed time. I just never gave up the faith. I kept going because I didn't know how to quit. Because I know if I quit, it cannot happen. But if you stay with it, you have no idea what can happen for you.
Now, how do you hang in there during the hard, difficult times? You must have faith. You've got to believe in your abilities, your ideas, unquestionably. You've got to have faith, and that faith gives you patience. A lot of things are going to happen that will catch you off guard. And so therefore you've got to deal with and handle it as it comes. You've got to keep moving and keep plugging away. So how long you been working on this? And you have nothing to show. This is all you got to show. People gonna do that to you. And some people, ladies and gentlemen, they stop. You got to keep on watering your dream. And when it began to happen, they stopped laughing. They said, look, hey man, you know, I know you could do it. Look, you got a job here. See, during those hard times, when you failed and things didn't work out, they were nowhere to be found. When you're working at your dream, somebody said the harder the battle, the sweeter the victory. See, when it's hard and there's a struggle, see, what you become in the process is more important than the dream. The kind of person you become, the courage that you develop, the faith that you're manifesting. You knew it was hard, but you did it hard.
If you're going to fulfill your destiny, you have to have a made-up mind that no matter what comes against you, no matter how many times you get knocked down, you are not going to stay down. You're going to keep pressing forward, looking for your next victory. The people that succeed are not necessarily the most talented, they are the most determined. When they fail, they don't see that as final. They learn from it and try again. And in life, there's always something coming against us. Disappointments, unfair situations. Too many people just give up and think, well, it just wasn't meant to be. No, if you're going to experience God's best, you have to have a warrior mentality. Your attitude should be, if I have to stand in faith my whole lifetime, I am not going to give up on what God has put in my heart. God did not create us to give up when it gets hard. The right spirit is to say, yes, I'm having some big challenges, but I know I serve a big God. But some of you today, you've allowed your circumstances to push you down. Now you're tempted to give up on what God's placed in your heart. But I'm asking you to dig your heels in and say, no, I will not give up on my dreams. I will not give up because somebody did me wrong. I will not give up because it's taken longer than I thought. I'm going to become everything God's created me to be, and I'm going to have everything God intended for me to have. As long as God has given me breath to breathe, I'm going to keep pressing forward, believing for His very best. I don't understand why this has happened to me. Why was I raised in a negative environment? I don't know why, but I do know this. Nothing that has happened to you can keep you from your God-given destiny. You can take the hand you've been dealt and win with it. God would not have allowed it unless He had a divine purpose. And if you will shake off the self-pity, then God will not only bring you out, but He's promised He will bring you out better off than you were before. I have a friend that's had cancer 3 times. I've never once seen him down and defeated. He has this never say die attitude. He's not focused just on what medical science says. He's focused on what God says. His attitude is, this too shall pass. It's not permanent. It's only temporary. Sickness cannot stay in my body. I'm a temple of the Most High God. He has this holy determination. No matter how long it's taken, he's unshakable, immovable. He's got a made-up mind. Most people, while they're waiting to take the treatment, they just relax, take it easy to get prepared. Not this young man. Every day he'd go out and work out, run. All the while he was envisioning himself healthy and whole. And today he's totally healthy and whole, completely cancer-free. You've got to have a never say die attitude. There may be some bumps along the way. Every setback is a setup for a greater comeback. And if you will stay in faith, God will turn every battlefield into a blessing field. A new season is coming your way. Winter always gives way to spring. A brighter season is right around the corner. Don't give up on a dream just because you don't see anything happening and it looks dead. Your new season could start tomorrow. You could see things start to blossom in your life this coming week. Things take off in your finances, in your health. Your strength comes back. You feel good once again. What happened? The season changed. Looked like it was never work out, but you stepped into a new season. God has seasons of promotion, blessing, and favor in your future you've never seen before. Now you've got to do your part and get in agreement with God. Anybody can quit. Anybody can get discouraged because it's taken a long time. But it takes a man or woman of great faith to say, it looks like my dreams have died, nothing is going my way, but I am not moved by what I see. I'm moved by what I know. I know I would not have breath to breathe if God didn't have another victory in my future. You can't allow the setbacks of life cause you to get numb and become indifferent. The right spirit says, this may be difficult, but I know I've been armed with strength for every battle. Life may have treated me unfair, but I know God will pay me back for every injustice.
I just listen to God a lot, tell you the truth. God, I have a dream, and God will tell me something. I wake up and go do it. And because, see, let me tell you what hurts a lot of people. When you have an idea, when something comes into your imagination, that's not just your imagination. God places everything He has for you in your imagination. Albert Einstein said, imagination is everything. It's the preview to life's coming attractions. So when you have something in your imagination, it ain't hocus pocus. It's actually a preview of a coming attraction that God has for you. He places everything He has for you in your imagination. So if you've been dreaming of your own business, it's because that's what He got for you. If you've been dreaming of a summer home, it's because that's what He got for you. If you keep dreaming of a brand new car instead of a used car, it's because that's what He got for you. He places everything He has for you in your imagination. Imagination is everything. It's the preview to life's coming attractions. Everything in your imagination is God showing you in your mind something He has for you. You just gotta, because they ain't gonna see. You know why you can't tell it to everybody? Because if you want to kill a big dream, tell it to a small-minded person. God has shown you some amazing stuff in your life that you thought was brilliant. Then you took it to your friends in your family, and you shared it with them, and they shot it down. You know why they shot it down? Because they couldn't see it. You know why they couldn't see it? Because God didn't show it to them. He showed it to you. Your imagination is real, man. So when I imagine stuff, I act on it. Because He must want me to have it, or else He wouldn't have showed it to me. And then to quit worrying about how to get it done. The how-to is none of your business. God in the blessing business, man. You got to go with it. So when you have these things in your imagination, wake up and get into action. Stop, oh, well, I need to figure out. No, the Bible don't say figure nothing out. The Bible say ask, believe, receive. Ain't no stuff in the middle. Now, you got to be willing to work, but He don't require you to figure it out.
To be able to build something from the ground up. And just because you fail, it doesn't mean that it's over. With every step that you are taking moving forward, sometimes you will get pushed back. But when you get pushed back, you come back strong. You come back with a purpose. Champions cannot be champions without failures. Even when you feel that you're at the weakest point, you got to understand that these failures are going to do exactly what is necessary to help you to build up, to teach you the lessons in life, to understand that you got to get knocked down a few times. And when that opportunity comes for you to rise up with a full heart. Rise up understanding that it is not over for you and that you're just learning something about yourself. You're learning something about your journey. You're understanding that no matter what, failure is required. When these failures come, don't let it confuse you. Don't let it misuse you. Don't just accept it, but understand it. Understand that you got more work to do within yourself. And be strong enough and willing enough to do what is necessary to keep pushing. Sometimes people just want to give up because they fail at something. What good is a victory? What good is a win if you don't fail? This is what life is all about. How can you build if you don't have nothing to build on? How can you grow if you're not understanding that you got to be on the ground so that you can understand what it means to get up? Do you think it's gonna keep you down? Do you think that's all you have left? Do you believe that failure is the only reason that you're on the ground right now? Failure is doing exactly what it's supposed to do. Now, what are you gonna do about yourself? What are you gonna do to rise up above the occasion? What are you gonna do to find the source and the reason and the purpose within yourself to get what is necessary for you to go further than you've ever gone in your life? Don't let failure put you in a position where you feel that you are not worthy of something. You are always worthy of greatness. Greatness belongs to you, but it is not something that comes overnight. Sometimes you're gonna have to get knocked down. And getting knocked down does not mean that you stay down. Getting knocked down doesn't mean that you're not breathing. Getting knocked down doesn't mean that it's over. Getting knocked down doesn't mean that you just stay on your back, because that ground is hard and it's cold. Now you got to understand, if you're gonna stay down, you better learn how to get up. What do? You want failure to tell you what to do? You want failure to make you feel that you don't have anything left to give of yourself. Failure will not apologize. It is designed to teach you a lesson. It is designed to make you better. Welcome to failures. Yes, there are many people in the world who refuse to fail. Every living human being must fail. You must humble yourself. You must be willing to understand that with a failure, sooner or later, a victory will be waiting for you. But there's always a greater force out there that's maybe a little bit tougher and a little bit stronger than you. And when it comes, you just got to work a little bit harder so that you can overcome it. That may be a relationship that you're facing right now. The workplace may be a little challenging for you right now. Just raising your children may be a little challenging for you. But that doesn't mean that it's over. There's always going to be work to be done.
As you think about your goals and dreams, let us say together, it's possible. You got to believe, in spite of the circumstances, in spite of the adverse situations, in spite of the distractions of life, that it's possible that when you have goals and dreams, things are going to happen to you.
What does discipline really mean?
Discipline is the root of all good qualities, but you have to absolutely apply it to things outside of just waking up early. It's everything. It's working out every day, making yourself stronger and faster and more flexible and healthier. Discipline is eating the right foods to fuel your system. It's about disciplining your emotions so you can make good decisions. It's about having the discipline to control your ego so your ego doesn't get out of hand and control you.
I said, empty your mind. Be formless, shapeless, like water. Now you put water into a cup, it becomes the cup. You put water into a bottle, it becomes the bottle. You put it in a teapot, it becomes the teapot. Be water, my friend.
You have something special. You can do more than you can ever begin to imagine. If you do what is easy, your life will be hard. But if you do what is hard, your life will be easy. You got to be hungry. People that are hungry are willing to do the things today others won't do in order to have the things tomorrow others won't have. People that are hungry do what they know, not what they feel. People that are hungry believe always strive to get on top in life because it's the bottom that's overcrowded. People that are hungry believe zero excuses. People that are hungry are relentless. They're unstoppable. They practice the 3-yard rule. They talk to anybody that's within 3 feet of them. People that are hungry believe in TTP. Talk to people. And if that doesn't work, TTMP. Talk to more people. People that are hungry, they make it happen.
It's about treating people the way you would want to be treated. Doing the tasks that you don't necessarily want to do, but that you know will help you or help your team. It's about facing your fears. It's discipline to face your fears so you can conquer them. And that's what discipline is. Discipline means taking the hard road, the uphill road, to do what's right for yourself and for other people. It's so often the easy path that calls to us to be weak for that moment, to break down for that moment, to give in to the desire and the short-term gratification. But the discipline will not allow that. The discipline calls for strength and fortitude and will. It won't accept weakness. It won't tolerate another breakdown. The discipline can seem like it's your worst enemy.
Some of you, your priorities are out of line and you're partying right now and you broke. You broke in your relationships, you broke in your health, like for real, you broke. And you're broke because you're not getting the I. You're not understanding the I. I told you last week, it is about an invention, an idea. If you would get off the couch, stop playing video games, stop murmuring, stop complaining, stop going to a job you don't like. You're about to go to a whole nother level in every area of your life. Talking about the I am.
I am strong. I am equipped. I am confident. I am more than a conqueror.
Don't let your words guide you. Let your actions guide you. Everything you've ever wanted, everything you've ever wanted in life, it's in your idea. It's in your I am. Come on, I am. For I am. After you get off work, just like you invest in them, you need to invest in yourself. And the problem is simple. You're not investing in your I am. Write the idea down and shut up. You ain't got to share your idea with 50 people. You're watching people blow up who had an idea and they turn that idea into a reality. And not only are they millionaires or billionaires, but they making people millionaires and billionaires. Your success is not determined on just what you say. Write the idea down and boom, get to stepping, baby. Get to the action. You don't get out of life what you want. Raise your level of consciousness. You get out of life who you are. I am the greatest. You haven't convinced you that you need to put the money in so you can get where you're trying to get to. You don't believe that you are. And the very first thing the Creator said was, tell him I am. After you do, pursue. What does that mean? You never get to a place where you chilling. Now your children's children will be satisfied for a marginal life and a marginal marriage. If they see their mom and dad have a marginal anything, they're going to embrace that. Why? Because you can tell people whatever you want to tell them, but people don't live their life based on what you tell them. They live it based on who you are. This information is going to change your life forever. Like, if you've been here, this information is going to change your life. Find out who you are. Find out what your purpose is in life. Everybody got a dream. Everybody got a goal. Stop dreaming about it. Stop talking about it and get up and do something about it.
What are the two most powerful words in the English language? The two most powerful words in the English language are I am. Because what comes after I am will shape your life. What you speak after, I am. What you believe after, I am, will control your decisions and shape your life. If you believe you are powerful, if you believe you are capable of achieving great things, you will attempt great things. If you speak into your life resilience and determination to overcome anything, you will be ready to face and overcome anything. Let the power of I am shape your life in the most powerful way. What you speak after I am, what you believe after I am, will control your decisions and shape your life. If you believe you are powerful, if you believe you are capable of achieving great things, you will attempt great things. I am powerful. I am strong. I am successful. I am an achiever. I am abundant. I am rich. I am determined. I am focused. I am disciplined. I am health. I am wealth. I am. I am. I am beautiful. I am wise. I am capable of anything. I'm someone who makes things happen. I am a powerful creator. I am filled with faith. I am blessed. I am grateful. I am a miracle. I am connected. I am God. I am more than my body. I am a powerful spirit. I am ready. I am focused. I'm a fighter. I'm more than enough. I'm a winner. I'm a champion. You can't just speak the words. You must feel them. And you must believe them. Repeat them every day. Let them soak into your subconscious. Let the power become one with you. Ali said, I am the greatest, and he became the greatest. Are you ready to be great? I am. I am. Replace I want with I am. Instead of saying I want to be rich, say I am rich. I am wealthy. Say it. Feel it. Feel it until you believe it. I am powerful. I am strong. I am successful. I am abundant. I am rich. I am determined. I am focused. I am disciplined. I am capable of anything. I am a powerful creator. I am limitless. I am. I am. Thoughts are powerful. Thoughts lead to actions. Actions over time become habits. And habits lead to long, lasting results.
Persevere. Nothing worthwhile is easy. No one of achievement has avoided failure, sometimes catastrophic failures, but they keep at it. They learn from mistakes. They don't quit.
The key is what we do in our times of pain. Pain will change us. Heartache, loss, disappointments, they don't leave us the same. You can come out bitter, or you can come out better. You can come out defeated, giving up on your dreams, or you can come out with a new passion, a new fire, excited about the new opportunities in front of you. Don't just go through it, grow through it. That difficulty is an opportunity to get stronger, to develop character, to gain new confidence. That pain is not there to stop you, it's there to prepare you, to increase you, to develop you.
You're going to hit a wall. And that wall shocks some people. That wall stuns some people. That wall discouraged some people. It's painful hitting that wall. But some people hit that wall, refuse to be denied. This person comes back anyhow, again and again and again. And then if you keep on hitting that wall, here's what happens to you. That you will have an incredible breakthrough. And it's as if the universe says, let's help him out. Come on. I admire that kind of tenacity. Let's give her a hand. This person doesn't care about the pain because this person knows something. There's no gain without pain.
Everybody talks positive about themselves. Everybody talks like you a beast. You dress like you a beast. But then when it's time to do what beasts do, you back up. You have an excuse. Innovation is rewarded. They give you a plaque for it. They give you a reward for it. Execution is worship. Listen to me. There's no excuse. And what will separate those of you from the rest is not what they give you. What's going to separate you is what you do. Listen to me very closely. I want you to know there's only one equation that's missing. There's only one thing you cannot purchase. There's only one thing you cannot buy, and that's what real beef do. I ain't smart, but the difference between me and most people is you might be sweeter than me. You might be bigger than me. You might grind. Listen to me, I don't know. You might have money. I don't know where you come from, but you will not outwork me. Every single time. This is an opportunity of a lifetime, and I'm going to take advantage of it.
Today,
Now, another unique thing about sharing is what you pour out creates capacity for more.
You must be willing to do the things today others won't do, in order to have the things tomorrow others won't have.
Because it's those moments of feeling discouraged or feeling like you're not good enough that makes you feel like settling is your only option.
Most people don't reach their dream not because of failure. Most people don't live their dream because they give up. You see, it's not the failure that stops us, but that most stop at their first failure. Those who succeed don't stop at one failure. They don't stop at 10 failures. They don't stop at 100 or 1,000 or 1,000,000. They say, this is my goal, and I will do whatever it takes to achieve it. I will learn the lessons from any failures. I will learn faster. I will work harder. I will work smarter. And I will not quit until my dream is a reality. That's the difference between success and failure. Failure is a massive part of being able to be successful. You have to get comfortable with failure. You have to actually seek failure. Failure is where all of the lessons are, you know. When you go to the gym, you work out, you're actually seeking failure.
So if you pour out what you know, if you pour out what you feel, if you let go in a sharing way, the good things that have come your way, it's part of the skill in the marketplace of developing success, wealth, and value. And I would wish that for you. In fact, all of the things we've talked about today, I would wish for you the benefit that comes from it all. But I know that it takes the discipline first. One last phrase. Promise is on the other side of the price. For the promise, you must always pay the price. I'm sure we've all watched the television show Fame.
That's why the book of life said the road to life is straight and narrow, and few there be that find it, because few there be that are willing to do the things today others won't do, in order to have the things tomorrow others won't have. What are the things that others won't do? Number one, make discipline a major force in your life. How many of you know if you'd have been more disciplined, you'd be further along to reach your goals right now? Socrates said the undisciplined life is an insane life. The road to life is straight and narrow because few there be that are willing to discipline themselves. Here's something else that most people won't do. Make it okay to fail. A lot of people, 85% of people, allow their fear of failure to outweigh their desire to succeed.
Where the teacher says, here's where you start to pay. If you want the glory of the stage, and not just the glory of the stage, but a glory of a unique family, if you want the glory and the recognition of a unique enterprise, if you want the glory of a job well done, you got to pay up front. And this is part of the pay. But once you get a taste of value, you don't mind paying the discipline. So I want to thank you today for letting me come by and have a chance to visit with you. And I wish for you all these good things that come from paying the price. The next time we get together, I'm sure we'll be able to trade some stories about the value we've gotten from sharing with each other today. Thank you for inviting me. See you next time. Develop the ability to share. Pass along to someone else. If you picked up a good idea today, pass it along. Don't let it stay. Pass it along.
Repeat after me, please. Anything that's worth doing is worth doing badly. Yeah, see, anything is worth doing right, as we have been taught, if you know how to do it. But if you don't know how to do it, it's worth doing badly until you get it right. I bet you, and I wasn't there, I bet you that when Bishop T.D. Jakes first stood up to preach, when he gave his trial sermon, he did not have the command, he did not have the mastery, he did not have the confidence, he did not have the depth, he did not have the capacity to translate and milk scripture like he did last night when he first started out. Now write this down. You don't have to be great to get started, but you have to get started to be great.
You want to take your muscles to the point where you get to failure because that's where the adaptation is, that's where growth is. Successful people fail a lot, they fail a whole lot more than they succeed. They extract the lessons from the failure and they use the energy and they use the wisdom to come around to the next phase of success. Gotta take a shot, you have to live at the edge of your capabilities, you gotta live where you're almost certain you're gonna fail. The reason for practice. Practice is controlled failure, getting to your limit, getting to your limit, getting to your limit. You can't lift that, you can't do that until you get to the point that all of a sudden your body makes the adjustment. And then you can do it. Failure actually helps you to recognize the areas where you need to evolve. So fail early, fail often, fail forward. Failure makes winners stronger, failure makes winners hungrier. But it makes most give up, it makes most feel worthless.
Talk to your grandfather. Grab an older person, just hear them talk, and the only thing that pains them is not failure, it's not disappointment, it's regret. And when I talk about never settling, I'm not talking about your food, I'm not talking about your hotel, I'm not talking about anything tangible. I'm talking about your life. I'm talking about your dreams. Don't give up, man. I want you committed to the goal, because sometimes the strategy didn't work. That doesn't mean the goal is not attainable.
Don't ever fear starting over.
You need to change your strategy, not give up on the goal. The goal is still the goal. Let's redirect, let's refocus, let's regroup, let's retool. Let's try another way, but don't give up on your goal. Are you hearing what I'm telling you? I didn't wait for the world to say I was one. I told myself I was one. And once I told myself I was one, everything around me started to support what I was saying. So victory, all right? Hope. You have to believe it when you cannot see it. You have to speak it when it's not serious. You have to speak it and say it's so that it can become a reality. What's it worth to you? Because if you can speak it, if you can say it, you're going to eventually get to it. Are you hearing what I'm saying? If you could speak it, if you could say it, you're going to eventually get to it. All right, listen to me very closely. My last one. You got to get this one in your spirit. You have to take residence with it. All right, you got to take residence. You can't be playing with it. You can't, 1 minute you're doing it, the next minute you're not. 1 month you're doing it, the next minute you're not. We're not talking about consistency right now. We talked about consistency before. We're not talking about consistency right now. I'm talking about residence. You got to surrender to that thing.
Winners don't enjoy failure, but they would never let failure stop them. Next time you encounter failure, you've got to remember every great thing on this planet is here, because the Creator learned what did work, but learned more from what did not work. When we are kids, we don't stop at failure when we first learn to ride a bike. It's failure after failure. We get knocked down time after time, but we get up and push forward. And so we'll achieve our goal of riding the bike. But then we get old and most of us get weak. We are too soft to get back on the bike. We come up with excuses. It must not be for me. No, you just soft, no, you just lazy. Tell yourself the truth, get back on the bike, learn why you failed. And make sure you don't fall again, make sure you are stronger for having the lesson. You know, it's always a little bit frustrating to me when people have a negative relationship with failure. Fail early, fail often, fail forward.
Don't ever commit to the strategy more than the result. When you settle, you ruin the movie. Yeah, you heard me. Your life is a movie and you are the author. Your life is a movie and you are the director. Life is a movie and you need to edit some scenes out. The pen is in your hand, my friend, and you're writing your very own personal movie. And I believe the good guy wins in the end. I believe the good woman wins in the end. I believe that you will win in the end as long as you don't settle. When you settle, you ruin the finale. When you settle, you ruin the final scene. We are all tuned into your movie.
So I'm gonna give you an example, right? I'm in stats class and I'm trying to become a statistician. I'm trying to take my game to a whole other level, right? So I'm in stats class the other day. This is my final class and my man is talking. I'm trying to work the problem out, right? And we talking about the mean, right? The standard deviation, right? He's giving us the formula. You add this to this, you know, and once you add this to this, you divide this by 2. He's breaking the whole thing down. And then he does it in the adverse and I'm lost, right? But then he finally breaks it down so I can understand. And I go after class saying, look, you gotta start all over again. You gotta hear what I'm saying. I want to be possessed by it. I wanted to take residence. I gotta surrender to it. I gotta put my whole stuff in. I don't just want the answers. Because if I just get the answers, I gotta keep coming to you to get the answers. I want to see the big picture. I want to understand it. I want stats to come out of my mouth. I want to possess it. I want stats to be who I am. I want to be in the next 2 or 3 years a statistician.
You're here right now at this moment because tomorrow you want to be somebody greater than the person you are today. You see yourself succeeding, you have a vision, you have a dream, congratulations, you're already 10 steps ahead of 95% of the world. Imagine if Michael Jordan was scared of missing, he would have never taken a shot. Imagine if Steve Jobs was afraid of people not liking his product, there would be no iPhone. So ask yourself this, do you want to be a person who fears failure, or do you want to be a person who loves success? Which one? You have to pick today, and I'll tell you one thing. One is a failure and one is a success, and if you love success, there is nothing that can stop you. All those negative things people say will mean nothing. They're going to talk about how only 1% make it to the top, big deal. Want to know something else? Only 1% stick with that fitness program long enough to see results.
Want to kill a big dream, tell it to a small-minded person. I told everybody at 10 years old I was going to be on TV. I had a little problem when I said that. I had a severe stuttering problem. I could not talk outside of my house. So when I wrote on that paper, the assignment was write on a piece of paper what you want to be when you grow up. I'm 10. I wrote I want to be on TV. That was that faith, the belief in things that you cannot see. I ain't see no way I could be on TV, but I wrote it down. I didn't know no better. I'm 10, I wrote it down. Teacher called me to the front of the class. She called me to the front. I'm thinking, I'm going up here to get a gold star. I ain't never had one before. I can't tell you how wrong I was. That lady didn't call me up there to give me no gold star. She called me up there to humiliate me. And she just said, why would you write something like this on your paper? And I'm standing there, I'm trying to get it out. She said, who in this school ever been on TV? Who in your family ever been on TV? She said, look at you standing there, you can't even talk. How they gonna put somebody like you on TV? So every Christmas, I send her a flat screen TV. Because I don't want her to miss me. I want her to see what God had done for me.
Because life doesn't happen to you, it happens for you.
They're gonna miss it. They're gonna miss the greatest part of you, the greatest part of your destiny, the greatest part of your creativity. It took everything you went through yesterday to get you ready for what you are about to do today. You are standing on the verge of a great awakening, or you wouldn't be here.
There's nothing you can do about the past, but you can do a great deal about your future. You can make changes in your life in a fairly short period of time. You can make changes you can't even conceive of now. If you give yourself a chance, the first thing you'll know, you'll be able to do things you never thought you could do. You'll be able to handle things you never thought you could handle. You'll have ideas that you've never had before. When you know what you want, and you want it badly enough, the answers will come to you. I can't tell you why it works. All I know is, it works. Ask. Of all the important skills to learn in life, be sure to include the skill of asking. What do you want? And the complete formula is staggering. It says ask, and you will receive. But you've got to do better than work hard and be sincere all of your life. You'll wind up broke and embarrassed. You've got to be better than a good worker. You've got to be a good asker. Let me give you some key points on this asking and receiving. Here's part of the philosophy that helped me to change. Asking starts the receiving process. Asking is like pushing a button, and all this machinery starts working, mental and emotional machinery. I don't even know how it works, but I do know it works. So asking is the beginning of receiving. Receiving is like the ocean. There's plenty. Here, success is not in short supply. It isn't rationed, so that when you step up to the window, it's all gone. No, no. Well, if that's true, what is the problem? Well, the problem is some people go to the ocean with a teaspoon. Have you got the picture? What I suggest you do in view of the size of the ocean is trade your teaspoon for at least a bucket, and you will look better at the ocean with a bucket. Receiving is not the problem. You don't have to work on receiving. It's automatic. Now here's something else to remember about asking. One is ask with intelligence. It didn't say ask intelligently, but I'm sure it meant that. Be clear, be specific. Intelligent asking means how high, how long, how much. Describe what you want. Define it. Remember, well-defined goals are like magnets. The better you define them, the stronger they pull.
Now, if you were going to ask intelligently, there might be 5 elements of that. Number one, you'd have to ask specifically, wouldn't you? Very often, you're getting what you're asking for. You're just not aware of how general you're asking. Clarity is power. The more clear you are about exactly what it is you want, the more your brain knows how to get there. Your brain is a servo mechanism. Your brain, when you condition it, knows exactly what to go for, and it'll find a way to get there. Your brain spends most of its time trying to make sure you don't notice, because you'll go crazy if you notice everything. But when you decide what's most important to you, your brain goes after it. If you don't know exactly what you want, or you let yourself get beyond that into something general, you're not going to achieve it. Clarity is power. You got to know the specific result you're after. What do you want? If you can't answer that question right now in your personal life, in your body, in your relationships, in your finances, in your spirituality, then you're not going to be as fulfilled as you want to be.
Give your goals purpose. Answer both questions. What do I want? That's the object. What for? That's purpose. What you want is powerful and it will pull. But what you want it for is more powerful. Ask with faith. It means believe you can get what you want like a child, not an adult. Many adults are too skeptical. They've lost that wonderful childlike faith and trust. Don't let that happen to you. Believe in, have faith in yourself and your goals. Develop that kind of enthusiasm toward your life and your goals. And be curious like a child. Kids can ask 1,000 questions. Just when you think they're finished, they come up with 1,000 more. Have plenty of curiosity. Ask questions. That's how you learn. Another fringe benefit of setting goals is what it does for your ability to manage your time effectively. While we're talking about goals, I'd like to share a few ways your use of time are affected by or influence the achievement of your goals. Time essentials come from objectives well defined. Time can't be critical if objectives aren't defined. Write your goals down and set careful priorities. Sometimes priorities are determined by the season. For a farmer in springtime, the season dictates his most important activities. One of the difficulties of living in an industrialized society is the losing of the sense of seasons. It's easy to keep going from 9 to 5, year in and year out, and lose a natural sense of priorities and appropriate time. Keep an eye on your own seasons, lest you lose track of values and substance.
I just wanted to remind you to dream and dream big, and understand that your family and friends and loved ones, in most cases, boyfriends, girlfriends, they will be the first to try and talk you out of your dreams, your visions, and ideas. They'll laugh at you. They'll call you names because they have no dreams. They have no hunger for success. They don't have an appetite. They don't want it.
Don't spend minor time on major things. It's easy to get values mixed up. The man spends 3 hours watching television and only 30 minutes playing with his kids. Something is probably out of line there, right? Don't spend major money on minor things. Here is a great goal-achieving tip. Don't mistake movement for achievement. It's possible to be busy all day, come home exhausted, and only then realize that very little of your day consisted of productive activities. Don't get faked out by being busy. It isn't going hard all day that counts. It's the doing what, the value that counts. Another essential is concentration. The best use of time comes from putting plenty of value in it. And concentration means you take that challenge seriously. It's called careful investment for maximum results. Making a call, having a conversation, trying to solve a problem, concentrate. You won't believe the effect this will have on your life. Now, there is a time to let your mind wander. At that appointed time, you can go off for that walk on the beach, away from business. Let the breezes blow and your mind soar. Do some dreaming. That's healthy. But do it at that pre-planned time. At all other tasks, concentrate. Careful goal setting could be the time management answer you've been looking for. Goals well defined and well described and well thought out make us look carefully at the time we have to make all of our dreams come true. The answers to do better come from the necessity to do better. Now there is a last main point to consider. You won't get everything you want. What a statement to make after studying how to get whatever you want. But you won't get everything you want, and the reason is, it's not that kind of planet. Sometimes it's going to hail on your crop and rain on your parade. I'm sure you are very well aware of this. But in my opinion, if you work the system I've just shared with you, you will get more than plenty.